So imagine this. You find the perfect game. A game that you absolutely love and adore. A game that gives you everything that you could ever want. But there is one problem with it. The fans. You absolutely hate them. You can't stand other people who also like this game. So what should you do? Let's discuss. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I just wanted to remind you guys to please like and subscribe. This is a very small channel, so every single like, every subscription, every comment down below really means a lot to me. And hey, according to the latest YouTube updates, subscribing is now quick, it's easy and almost pain-free, so there is practically no reason not to subscribe. So go ahead and do that. But now let's get back into the actual topic of this video. Hello guys, gals and gamers, and welcome back to another video. Today we will be having a very interesting discussion. A few months ago, I made this video about kind of the video game version of trying to separate the art from the artist, or in this game, trying to separate the video game product from the company that makes them, or some people involved in that company. And I thought that was a very interesting discussion, and I kind of wanted to have a similar sort of discussion that I do not see as many people talking about. And that is kind of the same thing from a different perspective, and that is, of course, separating the art from the people who like it. And in video games and in other fandoms as well, you might be watching this if you're not into video games, but are in some other fandoms that you do not like, but the actual product itself is really, really good. Something like movies or animation or TV shows kind of all share these common traits, so keep on watching if you are one of those people. But for video games, we definitely have this. Franchises like Sonic or Undertale or Fortnite or Roblox or whatever have fandoms that the internet seems to think are a bit too childish, maybe, sometimes very toxic, or the worst sin out of all of them, a bit cringe. So, what do you do in those situations when you really actually love this game, but you don't want the reputation of being a part of this very toxic or very bad fandom? Well, the first thing I do, and this is just me personally telling what I usually do in these situations, is I play the game and don't give a fuck. I just play it, enjoy it, move on to something else. If it is really good, I might talk about it, and if someone comes to me saying that, oh, how can you like this game? The fans are awful. Yeah, so I'm not one of them. I can still enjoy this game even though some weirdo people enjoy this as well. And hey, if a game is popular, it is statistically very likely that some awful people will also like that. Pokemon is a franchise I hold dear to my heart, but since it is one of the most popular media franchises of all time, chances are there might be a few murderers in there as well. But yeah, the first thing you can do, in my opinion, is just ask yourself, who cares? Because that really matters. If you really think about it, who is the person doing the caring in this situation? You like a game. Who cares? Who is this person? Type it out in the comments below. Good for the algorithm. Seriously, tell me who it is. Is it just a random stranger on the internet? If it is, I personally wouldn't let a 12-year-old with an anime profile picture dictate my interest. It's my life. I am in control. Maybe it is someone close to you, like someone in your family or maybe your friend. And in that case, if all they needed was you liking a product to completely start making fun of you, that doesn't sound like a very supportive person close to you. Just maybe need to reconsider that whole friendship or the whole relationship you have there with this person. It's just part of your interest. It's one interest that you have. You probably have some other interests as well, but you find something that really resonates with you, something you are really passionate about. And if they think that is sad or disgusting or weird in some way, that is their fault. It could be also someone you look up to that cares about this for some reason. Let's say a YouTuber. A lot of people on YouTube, surprising, watch YouTubers. Well, surprising. But let's say a YouTuber you watch really dislikes this game or this product. Again, who cares? People have different opinions. You don't need to see eye to eye to be good friends or think someone is reputable. Just because you disagree on one thing doesn't mean everything else they say is now completely void. It's a weird thing we think about. It is really that lizard brain tribalism. You don't like that one thing, that means you're the enemy. No, that doesn't mean anything. It is just a media product, after all. If you like it, good. If other people don't, that's fine. It might not be for everyone. And that brings me to an interesting point in this discussion. Who cares? Obviously you do. But other people might not. And a good thing to remember, if you really get obsessed with this game, you want to talk about it with everyone. Which is fine, we all have those moments. But be respectful of other people. Don't force this game on everyone, don't let it be the only thing you can talk about. Have other interests as well. The world is so huge, we have like 7 billion people here. And so many things to discover. So if you only like this one thing, if liking this one product is your entire personality, then you are not doing a lot of exploring of the whole world that we have. Go outside, touch some grass. Just, you can enjoy your game, but also do some other stuff as well. Okay, so the other thing here is, let's say you like the game, and you look at the fandom, and you kind of start to agree with people criticizing the fandom. You know, on a closer look, they are a bit toxic. There's way too much drama going on. Or, yeah, I do think they are a bit childish. So, what do you do in those situations? Well, my recommendation is just see different parts of the fandom. Usually it's not just a small portion of people fighting with each other. Usually it is divided into different communities. Role players, speed runners, people who like to write fan fiction about it. A lot of like different kind of communities and different people who look at the game a bit differently and try to find one where you belong the best. There are different communities in there, just you have to keep looking. They're not all in one Discord server. There are multiple ones usually. Maybe if it's a game franchise, you have different Discord servers for like the classic era, the modern era, just for the newest game. And I think that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Definitely cool. So see where you fit the most, where you have the most people that you just like hanging out with and just talking about this game, just casually chilling out, maybe playing it together a few times. Trying to find a good spot that you belong to. But if you don't find that spot, you can always try and make a spot for your own. Do your own Discord channel or Reddit. I think it is wonderful. It is very hard to make your own community. There needs to be some leadership skills. You need to find some new people sometimes, and there might even be a couple of times that people in your Discord server fight amongst each other. But the important thing here is that if you are in a community, and if you're, especially if you are trying to build your own community, is trying to keep an atmosphere of kindness, being open-minded, and of course being welcoming to new people. That is really important. Nothing makes a fandom feel bad like not being accepted as a newcomer. That sucks. And the chances are you used to be in that exact same position. So imagine you being treated like trash, like, oh, you don't know this minute detail, go away. Oh, you disagree on how important this one character is, go away. It's dumb. It's meaningless infighting, and you should avoid that. And if you want to, within that community that you have found yourself in or built yourself, you want to make the reputation of the fandom better, there are loads of things you can do. My favorite that I just like seeing is having some community events. You can have some community events that bring people together. If it's like a multiplayer game, you can have like a fun tournament together. Play Smash Bros together, and the winner of this tournament gets like a free art commission from someone in the community. That would be a fun prize. That would be a fun community thing to do. And even if you want to like aim higher, you can always do like a live stream or a charity event. A charity event would be really cool. Imagine that friend of yours who didn't like that you liked the product or the game talking to you. Oh, you're still playing that? That's a bit cringe. Well, you know what's cringe, Kevin? This weekend, we raised $3,000 for cancer research. What did you do during your weekend, huh? Tell me. So yeah, it would be awesome if you could do that. And that could even like influence some like newspapers or gaming publications to write about like, hey, remember this fandom? They just did a charity live stream. Isn't that cool? Like, imagine how good that would feel to have this community that you love, about a product that you love, doing good things together. More things you can do is just like watch live streams or watch things together. Have this community effort to being together. And hey, if it is a PC game, a really cool thing you can do is modding. Modding the game and adding new content to the game. Something that fixes previous mistakes or something that is just helpful to people. Something that would make the others looking at your fandom be like, oh, that's the thing they're doing. They seem quite fun. Maybe I should give this game a try too. That would seem really fun. There's loads of things I feel like you can do to make your fandom seem like a better place. Just remember in general, like to keep really an atmosphere of kindness, open-mindedness, and be accepting of new people. That is the most important. Be accepting of new people. But yeah, those are the things I would say if you really don't like a fandom of a game you like. You can either ignore it, or ignore everyone else, or try to make it a better place by yourself. If there are any more things you can think of, let me know down in the comments below. I'm sure to read it and reply something to you. But that's it from me this time. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.